Hey guys, this is the demo of Loadfinder.ai by appscope.com. This is a product that we call as an AI freight broker solution for the logistics business. So this is primarily for the land freight, so the movement of trucks between cities, long hauls only. So we built this particular version for for a customer in Saudi Arabia. So that's the one we're giving you a demo of. So you may find some cities in KSA. So the product comes with this nice looking website. You can see all the latest loads here. It's like a load feed. It's updated in real time. And we have pages for shippers, brokers, carriers. And we've obviously optimized this for SEO. So we've got some, from to city kind of concept, and we make pages for that. So that'll help you rank better and hopefully get you more leads, right? So I'll show you by logging in as a shipper first. So I'll show you the shipper version of the product. Point out shippers, carriers, and brokers can all sign up on the product. We have this nice, easy to use sign up form, and they go through an approval process. We can log in with that email password, or I can log in with my phone number and verification code. So I'm just going to do that because that's easy. I put my phone number and put my verification code here. So the first thing I see is my shipper dashboard. So you will see the number of loads I've posted, the number of loads that have been assigned to a carrier, how many loads are open, how many loads are expired, how many offers do I receive per load on average, and what is my total spend, right? So you see the total volume with rates, you see the popular lanes, and what the current market trends are. This data is coming from within the platform, and you'll see the quick lane stats, what are the rate trends, right? And I can change this for this week, this month, this year. So we have this nice looking dashboard that gives you these important data points. Now, in the product, we also have an option for shippers to turn into brokers. So if I click on the fleet management section, it'll ask me for more information. If I fill this up, I can effectively submit my request to become a broker. And as a broker, I will be able to not just not just post loads, but I'll also be able to search for loads. So since I'm talking about the shipper module first, I'll show you how a load is posted, right? So we'll start with that component. I'll click on the post shipment page. It opens this up. Now we also, which before I do this, I'll show you. I'll talk a little bit about the feature we have for vendors. So we can basically create a list of contacts on the system, right? So Barrett Distribution Center. So it has different locations. I can also add a new vendor and I can fill up this form, right? Now I could have as a shipper a contact of. I could have carriers as in my contact, brokers in my contact, or I could have another shipper in my contact, or it would just be a warehouse location, right? So this is what the vendors or the slash contacts page is all about. So let me go back to post shipment. Now, the first thing it'll ask me is the sender and receiver information, right? It'll give me the sender and receiver. Sender is who is shipping this load. So I can look for, I can look for contacts within my contact book or my vendor book. So I just showed you that. So I'm just going to select one of them and I'll select one of the saved addresses. It just makes life easy. I don't have to add a new address. The next thing it'll ask me is to enter the receiver information. I can also choose that from within my contacts and I can choose one of these guys there, right? And I can then choose an address for that as well. So once I've done that, it'll ask me whether the load is being picked up from the same sender's address. I could say it's the same as the sender address, and the receiver address could also be the same. Or I could put in a different address based on where that load is supposed to be picked up from, and a different one for where it needs to be dropped. For the sake of the demo, I'm just going to keep this same. The pickup is same as the sender, and the delivery is same as the receiver. Now, we support different payment methods. Now, you can pay by cash. Of course, some of these are test methods, but let's say you could also be doing a bank transfer. You could be doing a net 15, net 30, right? So I'll just select bank transfer for the moment. Now, who's going to pay for this? The sender is going to pay for this. Is it tradable? No. So some of these fields you may see are slightly more customized and localized for this market. If you're doing this in the US, it's a lot simpler. And we'll also make a demo for how the post shipment or post load page would look like if you're using this in the US. So that is primarily inspired by popular apps like DAT, 123 load board and stuff like that, right? But this one we have sort of localized to meet the needs of the Saudi Arabian market. So let me select delivery type, client, delivery to warehouse, right? Then we have this cargo details option. I can choose a different cargo details, like what am I shipping, what kind of cargo is it? I can say it's paper and it's products. I can also select what kind of shipment is it. Is it like a palletized? Is it just weight? Is it ton? Is it just pieces? So I'm just going to choose ton for now. I'm going to say 1 ton, right? I'm just going to put in some values here. Just going to put in 1 ton here, right? Quickly. Condition of goods. Now, if I want to add another load, I can go and add another cargo, and I can say that I'm going to ship something else as well. So I'm just going to put dummy values for the time being, just for the sake of the demo, and save that and move on, right? Now, when do I need this load picked up? I can select the date. So I'm going to choose a date that's tomorrow, and I want it picked up at, let's say I want to pick this up at 8 a.m., right? So I'm going to save that, and I want this to be delivered by Sunday, and I want this to be delivered by, let's say, 4 p.m. So I'm going to put that. Now, this is again a new feature that we have added. As a shipper, I could be posting this load on the marketplace. Marketplace is basically the load board. So all the carriers and brokers will see this on their feed. Or I could be posting it to my vendors. So my vendors basically means that I may have contacts of carriers, right, that are outside this tool. So basically I can use this Loadfinder.ai product as a almost like a private TMS and invite contacts or carriers from within my contacts who are not part of this load board. Then I also have this own vehicle concept. This again is in the case where the shipper has their own vehicle, so they could add their vehicle. It goes through the DTO, Department of Transport approval, and all that good stuff, and they could just use this entire product to just manage their own fleet, right? So it could be used as a TMS. So that's why we call this version of a product Load Finder TMS. This comes with TMS features along with the load board. That's why it's a little interesting, right? Now, with that being said, we also have a plain load board app, which is just very similar to DAT. But this is the one that's a little unique and new, where we have three options for the shipment, right? Now it calculates the distance. I can also propose a rate. So I can say I'm willing to pay 1,000 SAR, and it'll give me the rate per kilometer. This option for accept bids basically is an option where in case I'm willing to accept offers, so the shippers and carrier, both of them can negotiate. So there's a back and forth flow that can happen where the shipper can post a load and they can say that they're willing to accept bids, right? If I disable this, then it will be a fixed price, and whoever wants the load will have to just take the load, take the price that's been offered. So for now, I'll just say accept bids. I'll just say test notes, test shipper notes for now. This could be like order numbers or some other stuff that you could add here, and I will post this load.